Trevor with Shadow, let's talk about our slides. There are several now, and I want to make sure you understand the differences. Okay, so the base model, the most economical option would be the Foundation series guns. Okay, so we have MR, DR, and XR Foundation guns. They have a more basic serration pattern. They are all optic cut with the Shadow Systems patented optic system. And they also have a simple white dot front sight as opposed to the tritium sight, which is common to the other models. We also use a more basic smooth profile barrel, so the Foundation models don't have the additional machine work, and that's the reason that they can be in the market for about $679. We also have a combat version. This is the CR920 slide. The CR920 is the only slide, or the only gun, that offers what we call the combat version, which has no optic cut. So the only gun that we make that has no optic cut is the CR920 Combat, and really it's because for a gun this small, a lot of people don't see the value in having an optic, and so that's why we offer that slide. Okay, so a majority of the guns that we sell are going to fall into these two categories. This is what we call the Combat Optic, so think of it as being the same as this slide, but now with our patented optic system, or the Elite, okay? So the only difference between the Elite and the Combat Optic is the Elite has top serrations, and it also has the window cut on the side of the slide. But beyond that, they're essentially the same, and certainly the lower and the trigger and all those other components are going to be common to both the Combat and Combat Optic guns. We also have the War Poet, so Shadow Systems has had a long time partnership with John Lovell of Warrior Poet Society. This is a gun that's been very popular, and it is very similar in terms of slide weight and configuration to an Elite model. And then I wanted to put this on there as well. We now have a few compensated pistols. This is one of them. This is the DR920P. So you can think of this as basically being a G34 length gun, which allows it to fit in many holsters that are already out there in the market. And it has basically an MR length slide. When you add in the compensator, you end up with a G34 length gun. And it's of course sold as the DR, so it's a full size 17+1 gun. We also have a few other variations. We certainly have the new CR920P that we released at SHOT Show this year, which is a compensated version of the CR. Definitely check that out. We have our thread-on compensator, which can go on any of the MR, DR, XR models that have a threaded barrel. And that should be kind of the high-level view of our slide profiles. I know it can be a little confusing, but what you really need to know is there's sort of Foundation, the Combat models, either optic or non-optic. There's the Elite models, and then a few variations of those, like the DRP, like the Warrior Poet guns.